The door exploded inward at 2 a.m. Not shattered, commanded. The sound wasn't panic, it was ownership. I sat up in the dark, heart already slowing, like it knew something I didn't want to admit yet. The hallway light poured in. His shadow filled the room first, then his voice. I want that room, now. No question, no reason, just demand. I turned to my wife. She was already awake, not surprised, not confused, just tired. Like this had happened before somewhere else, in another version of our life I hadn't been invited into. She didn't look at me. She looked past me. Just do what he wants, she said. Her voice was calm, almost gentle. Something inside me sealed itself shut. Not broke, closed, like a vault door sliding into place. I stood, quietly. I grabbed nothing. As I passed him, I caught the smell of alcohol and certainty. He didn't even look at me. Why would he? This was already settled. I walked out into the Hawaiian night, barefoot. The air was warm. The world was calm. My chest felt empty in a way that was almost peaceful. Behind me, the door closed. I didn't turn around. I already knew who would be in that bed when the lights went out, and I already knew what I was going to do next. I sat on the concrete steps outside the hotel, listening to waves I couldn't see. My phone buzzed. Bank notifications, room charges, activities, dinners I had paid for without thinking. I thought about all the times she'd said his name casually, too casually. He's like family. He's always been there. You're being paranoid. Paranoia feels loud. This felt silent. I replayed the moment she told me to leave. No hesitation, no protest, just compliance. With him. I realized something then. This wasn't about the room. It was about hierarchy. I was beneath him. That truth settled slowly, like sediment in water. Every memory shifted. Late-night calls she took outside, the way she smiled at messages she never shared, how he never respected boundaries because there were none to respect. I hadn't been cheated on in a moment. I had been edited out over time. I didn't cry. I didn't rage. I opened my banking app, and I began to erase myself from their night. I canceled everything. The hotel room, the rental car, the prepaid excursions. I did it methodically, carefully, like surgery. Each confirmation screen felt like a heartbeat returning. I didn't block her number. I wanted to see what silence would do first. Then I waited. I watched the sky lighten over the ocean. I watched staff arrive from morning shifts, unaware that a small private collapse was happening just above them. Messages started coming in around 6:12 a.m. Confusion first, then irritation, then fear. Why isn't the card working? Did you change something? Call me. I didn't respond. I went to the front desk, calm, polite. I asked for a printout of all charges under my name. I asked which room they were currently in. The clerk hesitated, then complied. Paper doesn't lie. Systems don't take sides. I sat in the lobby and waited for them to come down. They appeared together, not touching, not distant, perfectly synchronized. When she saw me, her face drained of color. He stopped walking. I stood. I handed her the paperwork, not aggressively, just enough that she had to take it. Your stay ends in 10 minutes, I said. She opened her mouth, closed it. He laughed once, sharp, nervous. You're overreacting, he said. I looked at him for the first time, really looked. You slept in my bed, I said. That's the reaction. Silence stretched. Her eyes filled, not with guilt, with panic, because she understood now. This wasn't a fight, it was an audit. I leaned in just enough for them to hear me. I already checked out, I said. I already booked my flight, alone. I slid my wedding ring onto the counter. It made a soft sound, final. You can figure out the rest, I added. He started talking fast, explanations, minimizations, noise. I stepped back. I don't need the truth, I said. I needed to see who you chose. She reached for me. I moved away. That was the moment it broke her. Not anger, not shouting, irrelevance. I walked out while they argued behind me about money, about plans, about blame. I didn't listen. On the plane home, I stared out the window at the ocean shrinking beneath us. I felt light, untethered. I thought I'd feel hollow. Instead, I felt clean. Betrayal doesn't always arrive with drama. Sometimes it arrives with clarity, with a single sentence spoken in the dark that tells you exactly where you stand. I didn't lose my wife in Hawaii. I found myself there, and I left the rest behind without saying goodbye.